Assalamu Aleykum wa Rahmatullah wa barakatuhu, my beautiful women of Qur'an now. All right, so we're resuming with the second part. So last week we looked at how to maximize our nights. I pray that was beneficial to you and that you have already started implementing some of these tips, and especially these 4 hours that you could have at night, honestly, before bedtime, and still have a pretty decent amount of sleep. So it's just really awesome. Like I said, the winter is for the believers. So today we are looking at how to maximize the day. And this is why we are now my daily planner, the Women of Qur'an Now planner, soul care planner. I live in this daily. Like, this is the insert in my planner that I use the most. I use it every day. I use it a lot. I go back to it, I add to it, I adjust, I delete, I read. I use this daily a lot. And it's really what helps me. It's a tool that I use to help me stay focused and maximize my time. I love the fact that I can write on it. I used to print them, like I mentioned in the past, but now I don't. I do it digitally, but I'm still writing on it with my digital pen. So it's still, to me, it's still satisfying to just write, erase, redo it. And it helps me to have my day under control to the most part, with the permission and tawfiq of Allah. So what we're looking at, so we're just going to look at the elements of this daily along with the building a morning routine in this video. And then that you could, even if you don't have the planner, it's fine. If you have the planner, this is great. This is going to be like a tutorial for you on how you could use it. If you do not have the planner, it's fine, but at least use your own planner, your own notebooks, and try it. And you could even use your Google if you want to go completely digital, and Google Calendar, whatever tool you have, paper calendar, whatever tool you have to organize yourself. But the first thing that we are looking at in maximizing our day, making sure that the day is going to count for us, really, we have to look at the most important items of our day. And for us Muslims, the most important appointments that we have in a day are our 5 daily salah. So we first looked at what are the times of the prayer, throughout the day. So you see on this daily, you have Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and you have the Fard and you have the Sunnah. That's just for me, for my own tracking purposes. So this is what I would do. Number one is go on and look up the time for that day. What time is my Fajr? What time is my Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha? And then this will help me to maximize my day, especially in winter, because the days are shorter, meaning the salah are like very close together. And so you want to make sure that you're organized. Otherwise, you may be flustered as to how to make the salah on time and get your task done. So number one, grab your Muslim Pro, grab your whatever that you're using for the salah, and let's just go on and look at the prayer time. Okay, so now we are zooming in, and we are going to write the prayer. So Fajr is 5:45. Then we have Dhuhr, we have Asr, we have Maghrib. All right, and you could see already how close they are to each other. Look at the Dhuhr and Asr, like 2 hours and a half. Maghrib, Isha, 2 hours, and 2 hours, not 2 hours actually, an hour and something. So I go ahead and put the date. Usually I put the time for salah. So this particular day was Jummah. So I don't usually work on Jummah. I don't have any commitments with people on Jummah. I do work, but I don't have commitments with people on Jummah. I think I'm writing down in the bottom here. Can you see? Okay, no, I'm not writing anything yet. Okay, so basically here I have my salah. I know what's going on. I have my date, the Hijri calendar, and the Gregorian calendar, which is really important for me to have both of them at a glance. And I know it's one of those white days, right? So I wasn't fasting, but let's say your top 3 good intentions of the day. You want to say, okay, I'm not, this is my day off, but I want to make sure I'm fasting because I want to maximize my winter day. my winter ibadah. I want to increase in my tilawah is Jummah, so there's probably kaf, and guard my salah, make sure that I pray on time. Especially since I don't have any other commitments, maybe for you that will be the weekend, making sure that you don't delay your salah even more when you're not at work. So those are my top 3 good intentions of the day. Usually what I do to build my top 3 good intentions of the day, I get it from my weekly. So I do have a weekly planner insert. And so from the weekly, I know what are my top priorities of that week. And that helps me kind of build my top 3 intentions of the day. So let's say that day is one of the white days. I want to make sure that whatever I do today, I fasted, I did my tilawah, and I got in my salah. If I did these 3, Alhamdulillah, I'm successful in the day. If I didn't get a chance to do it for some reason outside my control, I'm still having, inshallah, the reward based on my intention, bi'idhnillah. So filling out the top 3 good intentions of the day is actually a very good way for you to maximize your worship during winter, because we are rewarded based on our intention. So now we have the salah time, we have our 3 top intentions, and then we can see how we're gonna proceed with whatever we have going on that day. Okay, so here we are going into the weekly so that you get an idea. This is the upcoming week for me. I didn't fill it out completely, so but you get a gist of. I even need to update podcast juice 28. It's actually podcast juice 30 coming up this Monday. We're finishing a season. Inshallah, I will put the link of our podcast so you could have access to it. And so we just completed almost 30 ajza in the season. And in a particular way, we haven't done everything, but we did some, and we ask Allah to put barakah in it. So so I look at what's coming up in the week. Usually I look at my weekly planner to see what are my top 3 of the day, right? So Friday, I know cleaning home is usually one of them. But like I said, this was a fasting day. So probably it would have been fasting would be one of those top 3. Okay. So that gives you an idea. Now I'm back into the daily, and I've already put down my top 3. I know what the time is. I'm looking at my meal plan and my food. That is something also how you can maximize your day, is to make sure that you're not spending unnecessary time in the kitchen. So sometimes you could go ahead and think and plan ahead of time what you're going to eat. Let's say it was suhoor, like maybe if you wanted to eat oats for suhoor, then maybe the night before you could get it done, already cooked. So when you wake up, you just, it's quick and easy to heat up and eat. A boiled egg, you could do the night before as well. Simple things that make you you're not wasting time basically in unnecessary things, like really spending too much time in the kitchen cooking is not something that is going to really benefit us, because the worst vessel to fill is our stomach. May Allah aid all of us. So having a plan with your meals is a way for you to actually maximize your winter days, right? You're more efficient in how you're going to cook and provide food and meals. You could meal prep and make it very efficient, basically. And that's another way to prep for Ramadan, because you don't want to spend too much time in the kitchen in Ramadan. So you can already start prepping and thinking of what you would like to have. And since it was a supposedly fasting day, then, it tells you, okay, what are the meals I want to have for my family in Ramadan? And then the recitation is another way you maximize your day. So recitation, and if you can't recite, you can listen. So I always have a bit of both in the day. So I try to listen if I'm doing chores in the morning, if I'm doing dishes and things like that. I will listen to the portion I want to listen to, and then I have my portion of recitation. So you want to plan for that. And again, all these plans, there are actually good intentions, bi'idhnillah. Affirmations are really good, and I usually get them from ayat of Qur'an or hadith, or somebody in a lecture said something that really touched me. But this one I just thought about it, and I said, I'm an example of what is possible when one trusts Allah. I thought about my own life, and I said, you know what, all these blessings, they all came from Allah, and they changed. My life really changed when I started putting my trust in Allah. May Allah make us among the people who rely fully on Him. Allahumma ameen. So this I had my top 3. I'm adding to my to-do list here. So it will be nice to do laundry on Fridays, and also it's nice on Fridays for me to clean, like I mentioned to you in the weekly planner. You saw it. The weekly had a cleaning on Friday. So Friday is usually my day of cleaning as well. And because it's my off day, right? So I'm able to do a bit more house chores. But if for you it's Sunday or a Saturday or whatever day it is for you, then you could plan ahead so that it's easy to tackle. In this, don't forget post-it. So this is not part of the planner. I have to mention that. The post-its that you see, the little Alhamdulillah stickies and all that, this is something that I purchased. So it's not part of the planner. Going into the morning routine because another way of maximizing your winter days is to actually have a morning routine in place already. So let's look at it. In this morning routine, remember the last video we did the evening routine. So let's look at how we could build a morning routine. So if Fajr is 5:30, let's see what we could do if we want to still have 7 hours. So what I did is I had to adjust, and I put my bedtime back to 10 so that I could still have 7 hours, and then waking up at 5, that would still give me 30 minutes before Fajr, which is good if you want to pray 2 rakat tahajjud, and witr is ample time for that. Then if you want to do adhkar, dua, and even if you want to eat suhoor, all of that you could do within those 30 minutes. And then Fajr, you could have Fajr, and then you could wait for sunrise, because it's like an hour and something. It's not long. And during that wait, you could do tilawa, adhkar, planning of the day, memorization, reading. But if you're able to stay in that spot after salah, the angels keep making dua for you. So that's the main reason why I'm mentioning it here. And that's a way for you to also maximize your day. Praying duha is another way for you to maximize your day, because it pays the sadaqah for all your joints. Subhanallah. And I just put things random, like you could then, tidy the kitchen, being active, make your bed, work on your most important tasks early morning. That is good. Have some self-care, grooming, skincare, whatever. And then by 8, you should be, done with your morning routine. So a good 3 hours is really good for a morning routine, I find. So that is what we're doing. And at 8 o'clock, you're done, inshallah. So that's just an example. Like I said, it's just a sample to give you some ideas. So you see it a bit closer here. Yeah, it's just to give you some ideas. And that's an insert in the planner as well that you could customize and write the way you want. So this is not my morning routine, nor was it my evening routine, but some elements of it are in my morning, are included in my morning and evening routine. Yep. So that is that, sisters, for the morning and evening routine. We're gonna go back to our daily now, inshallah ta'ala. And another part of the daily, so we have our morning and evening routine. So our morning is good. I love the looking at the time of salah like this, because I can tell, okay, you see how I was telling you, do your most important task and all that. Allah has put barakah in the early hours. So look at how much time you have between Fajr and Dhuhr. You could really pack a lot of khayr if you plan it. And then you could wait for Salah, as I mentioned. On days that you're off, you could wait between Asr and Maghrib and use that time sitting at your where you prayed, and just, like I said, do some tilawa, some hifz, some planning, some reading, just remembering Allah, adhkar. Look at Maghrib and Isha. It's not even 2 hours, sisters. So using that time also. And like we said, we did the evening portion already. You could do your dinner after Isha and all of that. And also, finally, another way that you maximize your time on this planner, on this insert, you have Alhamdulillah 4. And this is, subhanallah, if you are grateful, Allah will increase you, right? This is from the Qur'an. So having how you maximize your day is really by being grateful, pushing your mind to focus on the good and focus on what you're grateful, focus on your blessings. This will bring in more blessings. This is another way that you maximize your winter days that are being short. you spend some time being grateful. And so filling this out, I do that every day. Fill Alhamdulillah 4, and I just fill out that little portion here. And it's random things. Like if I put a video on, sometimes I think I did a video on like gratitude and how it's really easy. It's just anything. Think of anything. Electricity, internet, hearing your loved one's voice, not feeling any pain in your body, another day, another opportunity. The list is endless. We are sitting on so many blessings, and I pray that this really benefited you. Inshallah, may Allah bless us with a wonderful Ramadan. May He help us to maximize our days and our night during the winter, and may He be pleased with us. Any good is from Him, any mistake is from me. May Allah forgive me. Until another video, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.